Become a settler of one of the Nordic empires, sailing on voyages, finding resources, and expanding your land in empires of the north. Empires of the North is a game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 60 minutes to play. It's published by Portal Games. It's set in the same universe as Imperial Settlers. It has hand and resource management and variable player powers, and they give us this copy to review.
You'll place out the scoreboard, expedition board with its cards, and resources on the table. At the beginning of the game, each person chooses a clan from one of the 6 available. You'll reveal the 3 basic cards and take the resources shown and 5 people. You'll shuffle your deck, draw 5, and discard 2 of them to start the game.
Here's a quick overview of Empires of the North. Each round is divided into 4 phases: the lookout phase, the action phase, the expedition phase, and the cleanup phase. The game will continue round after round until someone reaches 25 points. If it's during the action phase when that happens, when someone reaches 25 points, then you'll finish the round and end the game. But if someone reaches 25 points during the expedition phase, then you'll go 1 more full round to finish the game.
During the lookout phase, players draw 4 cards and must spend a worker for each card they want to keep. During the action phase, you can build a location from your hand by paying the cost, raid an opponent by spending a raise token and placing it on the opponent's card. That card is now exhausted. You could use an action from your location and exhaust your card. Or you could use a clan action pawn. There are 5 different actions, like exploring, that let you draw, populating, that lets you gain a person, harvesting, that lets you gain goods from a single location, constructing, that lets you place a location card for free, and sailing. You place your ship on the expedition board when sailing and assign any fish or raise tokens to your ship. We'll explain this during the expedition phase. Many cards allow you to play them based on the action your clan marker takes, and these are boosts that can really help your gameplay.
You'll keep going round and round the table, each player taking an action on their turn, and keep doing that, and you'll be taking an action until you want to stop taking actions, or you can't take any actions. And then once everyone passes, then you'll move to the expedition phase.
Starting with the first ship, they decide to pillage or conquer a card. If you have a fish on your boat, then you can go to the distant island cards. If you pillage, then you take the goods shown, but don't gain the card. If you conquer, you need a raise token, and you gain the card into your empire. That will help during the game. It usually provides a building bonus as well.
During the cleanup phase, everyone's going to unexhaust all their cards and take all their spent workers back, because when you spend workers, they actually go to your own personal spent worker spot, whereas resources do actually get spent. You don't get those back. So the first player marker will get past the next person, and then of course you continue round after round until someone reaches 25 points. If it's during the action phase, like I said, you'll finish the round out and count up endgame points, or if it's during the expedition phase, you'll go 1 more full round and then count up endgame points.
You'll get a point for every card in your empire, a point for every 2 resources you have, and a point for every gold.
And the person with the most points is the winner. You start with this small asymmetrical clan, and then you start building your engine and you start comboing different things off of each other. Let's actually take a look at the different clans. Portal Games actually ranked the difficulty of each of them.
The Glen clan is ranked the easiest as a 1, and their goals are straightforward with paying resources to gain points. The Olaf clan is ranked at a 3, and they do a lot of sailing and can get a lot of raise tokens in the game. The Panu clan is also a 3, they like penguins, and they are going after sets with their card synergy. The Heidel clan is ranked 5, need lots of wood to build, and they can assign workers to different cards to gain stuff, and there are cards to release those workers from the cards. Getting the engine going can be super helpful. The Nanarjuk clan is ranked 7, so definitely harder, and sailing is going to help them stay afloat in the game. They'll definitely need fish to get those victory points. The Mackinnon Clan is ranked 8, and they can store things on their card that will help them get resources and points. They also need to be careful how they use their gold. It might be a tad easier to get gold, since they start with a gold mine, but it's easier to use in the game. Remember, at the end of the game, every gold is worth a point.
As you gain cards into your hand throughout the game, you'll have to make tough, but hopefully good choices as you determine what cards to keep and hopefully then play into your empire. There's a lot of hand management going on and resource management as you decide what order to do things to maximize your clan's abilities.
Portal Games also recently announced a new expansion that brings new clans and islands to the game.
You need to capitalize on all the different phases in each round. During the lookout phase, getting the right cards, taking the right actions during the action phase, and even sailing too. There was one game when I don't think I sailed even once in the game and didn't do well. Those expedition cards are really helpful. They'll help you get more goods to help you then for the next round, and some of them have points as well. And if you decide to conquer them, you'll get those cards that have really good actions too.
The action area is also an interesting game mechanic. They are randomly placed out at the beginning of the game, so every game is just a little different that way too. When you place out one of your clan markers, you'll take an action. If you want to take another action later in the round with that same marker, then you have to pay a food and can only take the action to the left or right, turning it to the side with the X, showing that it cannot be used again that round.
This game brings a lot of replayability and variability. There's just so much going on in the game with those different clans and the abilities that you can use in them. And now I have to decide, which one do I like better? Do I like Empires of the North better than Imperial Settlers? I mean, Imperial Settlers has been in my top 10 board games of all time for years now. You can check that video out up there where I name it in my top 10. So I love the engine building, and I think Portal Games did a great job with Empires of the North.
The art fits the same style from Imperial Settlers, which I love. You can spend hours just looking at all the fun illustrations on all the cards. And it's cool that each clan has its own theme.
If you enjoy Imperial Settlers, you like engine building type games, then check out Empires of the North from Portal Games at your friendly local game store, and we'd love for you to subscribe to Tantrum House.